Xiamen Air apologizes to passengers affected by the runway mishap at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport over the weekend. Xiamen Air's passenger plane skidded off a NAIA runway Thursday evening, which led to the airport's temporary closure. It took Xiamen Air more than 3 days to apologize. Xiamen Air Chairman Che Sang-lun says, quote, Xiamen Airlines sincerely apologizes to all passengers affected by the incident and will do everything in its power to help these passengers. The company says the continuous thunderstorms made it extremely difficult to move their plane, causing the main runway to be closed for over 32 hours and leaving many flights delayed and passengers stranded. Malacanang earlier demanded an apology from the airline for the runway mishap. Philippine authorities are investigating whether or not the Xiamen Air Flight MF8667 pilot can be held liable for the skidding of the plane. The pilot and first officer of Xiamen Air are barred from leaving the Philippines. Both the Senate and the House of Representatives plan to look into the incident. Arresting cops failed to find alleged drug lord Peter Lim in Cebu City Monday. A radio report says cops armed with an arrest warrant went to Lim's homes in barangays Banilad and Mabolo, but Lim was nowhere to be found. He was ordered arrested by a Makati court on August 14 after finding probable cause to hold him and a co-accused for trial of drug charges. Lim is facing charges of conspiracy to commit illegal drug trading. The same court issued Lim's whole departure order, which bars him from leaving the country. Malacanang brushes aside the resolution of Naga City officials condemning President Rodrigo Duterte for calling their city a, quote, hotbed of shabu. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque advises Naga City to develop thicker skin. He says Duterte does not need to prove his controversial claim.
Yung mga taong gobyerno should not be onion-skinned, okay? The balm to wounded feelings is a clear conscience, no?
The Naga City Council accuses Duterte of making his claim about their city irresponsibly and without factual basis. Roque says there is no need for Duterte to prove his claim since he likely based this on, quote, other sources of information that only a president would receive.
Doesn't have to do that. He already has access to information. He said it. Let it be. If it's wrong, he will apologize. Until he does, he stands by it.
National Anti-Poverty Commission Secretary Lisa Masa resigns from her post. Maza says she already sent her resignation letter to President Rodrigo Duterte. Maza says, quote, I have thought of this the whole year while we were being harassed until this weekend, and I came to the conclusion I cannot work under the circumstances. Her resignation comes after murder charges against her and 3 other leftists were dismissed by a regional trial court. Maza explained she decided to resign to protest Duterte's formal termination of peace talks with communists. She also opposes the possible return to power of the Marcoses after Malacanang announced Duterte plans to resign if former Senator Bongbong Marcos wins his election case against Vice President Leni Robredo. Maza is also protesting the return of power of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, recently installed as House Speaker. Malacanang thanks Maza for her service to the government and says it regrets her decision to leave the cabinet. Maza was among the leftists Duterte appointed to his cabinet as a confidence-building measure with communists at the start of his presidency. Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas or SPB President Al Panlilio says Yeng Guiao will take over the coaching reins for men's basketball team Gilas Pilipinas in the second round of the Asian qualifiers for the 2019 FIBA World Cup in September. Guiao will replace Chot Reyes, who's set to serve a 1-game suspension following the controversial Philippines-Australia brawl last July 2. Reyes was suspended and fined for inciting unsportsmanlike behavior following his "hit somebody" remark during Gilas' default loss to the Aussies. The players who will replace the 10 suspended national team members are not yet finalized.